Now what do we have here? I've got a prize. Oh, look at you. You look terrible. Where were you going so quickly? What made you run so fast that you didn't see my trap? Not talking. That's a shame. Keeping quiet won't save you. You're stuck now, sweetness. Should I let you dangle there a little longer until your tongue loosens up? No, that would be boring. I have far too much to do to wait for you to come around. Just give me your valuables and I'll cut you down. Pass them through the net. Well, come on, what are you waiting for? Do you want me to leave you there? What do you mean? How can you have nothing of value? I'm not blind, sweetness. I can see your clothes are very well made. That shirt might be dirty, but I know silk when I see it. You clearly have money. So let's get this robbery over with and we can both get on with our lives. Do you really want to do this the hard way? Fine. No, don't move. I could cut your throat more quickly than you could reach whatever weapon you have. Besides, I can see how tangled up you are in the net. The more you move, the more tangled you'll get. Now be still. I'm going to check your pockets for valuables. Huh. I can't find any. Where are you hiding it all? Who goes out without anything of value on them? Wait, let me check your shoes. Nope. How disappointing. No weapons either. How are you planning to defend yourself out here? I'm not the only bandit in these woods, you know. And not all of them are as nice as I am. What's the matter? Do you think I'm going to hurt you? Oh, you're not talking. All right, fine. I'm not going to hurt you. I don't hurt people who haven't hurt me. To be honest, you look pretty messed up right now. No money, no weapons, dirty clothes. You look exhausted. So tell me, what happened? What's your name? Where do you come from? Come on, talk to me. I'm perfectly safe. And I'm a pretty good listener. Here, I'll go first. I'm Nimue. I'm an elf. I'm sure you figured that out from the ears. Oh, but I'm not the Nimue. I'm just named for her, which I like. I always liked her. I live here in this forest, for the time being. Look, I don't expect you to trust me. I get that, you know. I totally get not trusting a stranger. It's the safest way to be, frankly. And we did get off on a slightly awkward foot. But if you're in trouble or something, I don't mind lending a hand. You can tell me the truth. Did you steal those clothes? It's okay if you did, I get it. Are you homeless? Penniless? Do you have anywhere to go? Were you going somewhere when you got caught in my trap? Or were you just running away? I can't help you if you don't speak, you know. Hey, are you thirsty? You look thirsty. There's a stream not far from here with very cold water. Would you like to come with me and have some? I promise it's all right. I won't hurt you. Frankly, I'd like to help you. Come on. Let's get you untangled from this. Sorry about the trap, by the way. You weren't the sort of prey I was hunting. Okay, there. All done. Come on, stand up. You're okay now. Let's go this way. I'll lead you to the stream. Here we are. See, the water's nice. Why don't you take a drink? It's safe, I assure you. Here, I'll go first. See, it's very good. Come on, drink some water. You very clearly need it. There you go. Good, right? Finest vintage this forest has ever produced. Oh, that almost looked like a smile. Don't worry, I didn't see it. Let me refill my water skin while I'm at it. You keep drinking until you've had enough. Here, take this. It's just a clean cloth. You can use it to wipe your face. Might help you feel better. You seem to be a little calmer, that's good. Tell you what, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but why don't you come to my camp and have something to eat? You can figure out your next steps after that. Wherever you're going or whatever your plan is, you won't get far on an empty stomach. You don't have to speak. I can see you like the idea. But I know you still don't trust me. That's fair. I don't particularly trust you either. But why don't we get something to eat anyway? And then maybe we can try to trust a little bit more. I'm not great at it, but I'll give it a shot. What do you say? I'll take that as a yes. Okay then, come on. It's this way. All right, through here. There we go. Be it ever so humble. What is that look? Is it really so bad that I live here? I think it's pretty nice. It's quiet anyway. Here, come sit over by the fire. I'll build it back up. It's getting late. We're gonna need the warmth and the light. Okay, get comfortable. I have some bread and cheese, if that sounds good. And I believe... Yep, a few pastries left. Oh, you'll like these. They have strawberry filling. Do you like strawberries? Well, I love strawberries. I wouldn't ordinarily share, but... Hey, you look like you're shaking a little bit. Here, a blanket might help. It's getting chilly. There you go. You really must have been through something. You sure you don't want to talk? Look, I'm actually glad you don't trust me. It'd be pretty strange for you to trust me because I gave you water and food. But sometimes in this world, we need allies, especially when things get a little rough. You've been through a lot, and I'm happy to listen if you want to talk. But that's up to you. I don't care if you just sit in silence and eat. I don't care if you doze off. But if it's all the same to you, I won't be sleeping while you're here. Can't be too careful, you know. As harmless and tired as you seem, it could still be an act. You could be a lot more than you appear to be. And I can't afford to take chances. What was that? So your voice has returned. That's wonderful. But I'm sorry, I missed the question. I suppose that's a fair question. But my story really isn't that interesting. I grew up in an elephant village a few days' travel from here. I was loved and taken care of and very well adjusted. I had great parents. I loved them very much. I learned anything I could about everything I could, which, as it turns out, was pretty smart of me. I grew up pretty blind to the realities of the world. But then I was a kid. Kids don't always know what's really going on. But then, well, my parents got sick. Most of the village got sick. And my parents didn't get better. And then I didn't really have a way to live. Our house was sold, along with everything in it. They told me there were debts that needed to be paid. I had thought someone would take me in, but it didn't happen. But that's okay, because I was old enough to take care of myself. Well, I tried to find work, but you know how it is for elves. We aren't considered all that trustworthy. I couldn't find anyone that would keep me on for long. But I had other plans anyway. I knew all the things I had learned. And I kept learning. There was a lot I needed to learn to survive, so I did that. I learned how to get bread from the baker's shelf without making a sound. I learned where I could safely sleep without getting caught. I learned the routes that the wealthy took when they traveled, and that they always traveled with their valuables. I learned which people to fear and which ones to fear less. Let's see, they died 3 years ago now? 3.5? Yeah, about that. So it's been a while. That looks like a pity face. What did I say that sounded like I need pity? Look around, I'm doing well. I'm healthy, I have all this. I've gotten to travel all over the world and see so many amazing things. I like to keep moving. It makes me feel free, you know? Okay, maybe you don't. Whatever. I like it. I've only been here a week or so, but I like this place. It's a very pleasant corner of the world. No, I can't imagine I'll stay. Not really my style, but I'll hang out here for a few more weeks at least. That. Yeah, so I mentioned the wealthy and their valuables. See, I'm saving for something important. I told you I couldn't find work enough to live on, let alone save money. If I'm going to have enough to buy my important thing before I die, I have to redistribute some of the wealth. Are you remotely aware of the wealth inequality in this country? The rich have an obscene amount, while the poor have next to nothing. It's monstrous, and I can't believe it's allowed to happen at this level. I'm not talking about taking everything from the rich, just a bit. I only take what they can afford to part with. I don't even make a dent in what they have, I assure you. It doesn't matter to them, but it matters a lot to me. And to others like me. Well, of course I don't keep it all for myself. Other than what I'm saving for, I don't need much. But if you've set foot in any of the villages hereabouts, you see it. The despair. The people are struggling so much. They work their hands to the bone and can still barely afford to live. That's not living, that's just prolonging death. They suffer until they die. What's the point in any of it? It's unfair and it's cruel. By virtue of their birth, they struggle just to live, while others are born into decidedly better circumstances. It's all just geography. One's born in a palace, the other in a shack. That's all that's different between them. So yes, I share what I take from the rich. I give away as much as I can. It doesn't solve the problem, but for a minute or two, there's this relief. There's a moment of happiness that tonight they can eat well, or tonight they can afford candles to read by. If those with the power and the wealth don't care to improve the lives of those in need on their own, I'm happy to lend a hand with that. It's the least I can do. It doesn't matter what I'm saving for. You don't need to know that, but I'll get there, I swear it. Really? I hadn't heard that. Word doesn't always travel quickly. Well, if that's the case, maybe it's a good thing. I certainly won't shed any tears over the royals. It's about time the people took some of their power back. I mean, what would the royal family be without their subjects? Just a bunch of idiots in a castle. So if they finally had to face reality, well... No, of course not. I don't wish them any real harm. I'm not vicious like that. I don't even know them, but I wish them clarity, compassion, knowledge. I wish that they would rule with their subjects in mind. But then, if they've actually been driven out of the castle like you say, I guess my wishes are moot. That's a good question. Things are rarely stable after a coup. I don't know the local politics, so I can't speculate on what will happen. I don't even know for sure whether the royals are loved or hated by the average people in the village. But I know one thing for sure. I'll be moving on sooner than I thought. Not a great idea for me to stick around in a place that's going through such upheaval. I don't want any part of it. I'm sorry, I don't think I heard you right. It sounded an awful lot like you just asked to go with me. Now, why on earth would I do that? I don't know you. I sure as hell don't trust you. So what's in it for me? Oh, don't play the sympathy card. Don't... Ugh! Do you seriously have nowhere else to go? Do you actually want to link yourself to a bandit? And an elf, to boot. I'm a wanted criminal in several places, you know. Well, if that's what you want. Jeez, I'm a pushover. Okay then, you can come with me. I'll take you across the border and help you find a village that might suit you, but then you're on your own. I have plans that I need to see through, and I can't have anyone holding me back. Understand? All right then. Why don't you get some sleep? I'll stay up for a while. Oh, I almost forgot. What should I call you? Okay. It's nice to meet you. I hope you find what you're looking for.